If you're feeling tired and achy, maybe it's the micronutrients in your diet that are missing. Listen, I've been a nutritionist for over 30 years now. I know a thing or two about a macronutrient and the micronutrients, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's not in your food. It's missing because of our agricultural practices, unfortunately. The micronutrients oftentimes are the key. And what are we talking about? The key micronutrients? Vitamin D. Vitamin D is not only good for your immune system and your bone health, but it's going to help with your moods. I know this for a fact, and it can be tested. It's easy to get a test online. It doesn't take a whole lot. And when you have a test, you can see where your levels are. You don't want to be in the basement. You want to get your levels up to at least 65 or more, okay? That is huge. A lot of times people will get something from their doctor because their levels are so low. But when your levels are that low, that opens you up for cancer and all kinds of stuff. And we do not want that. And that's how we keep, to me, that's my flu shot, making sure that my vitamin D levels are up, okay? The other thing we need to look at is magnesium. 85% of Americans are deficient in magnesium. We need to make sure that we're getting adequate amounts of magnesium, and the source is important. You don't want the kind that's going to make you have diarrhea. I like magnesium malate and glycinate, and it helps with your sleep, your muscle recovery, also helps with your moods. This is one of the things that gets overlooked, especially for older women, especially if you're getting muscle cramps in your legs and what have you, restless leg syndrome. Oftentimes, if you've got adequate magnesium, those symptoms go away. You need to take a look at your B levels. Listen, vitamin B is one of the most overlooked vitamin on the planet. It's not sexy, it's not fun, it's just vitamin B. But they need to be methylated vitamin B. That's important because there's people walking around who cannot methylate their own vitamins and then take extra B12 on top of that. But you take it all together because the B's work well together. It's like a symphony. When you take isolated B forms, it's like listening to somebody play the tuba. You need all of the B's. And when you get all of the B's every single day, remember it's a water-soluble vitamin, you'll start to feel better. It takes care of your nervous system. It takes care of a plethora of things and helps you to feel like you are on an even keel. I would never go through my day without taking at least my methylated B's and my omega-3 fatty acids. Those are two vitamins I will not ever skip. And I suggest that you do the same. This is how we prevent fatigue, by the way. And we need that extra B12 because of rotator cuff stuff. Did you know that? Women of a certain age, and men too, because of B12 deficiencies, end up having lots of problems with their rotator cuffs and get shoulder injuries. And in the pickleball community, I have friends who've had 3 or 4 friends who've had shoulder surgeries because of having these rotator cuff problems. It doesn't have to be that way. And listen to this. There's a 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology. It found that 80% of older women are deficient in vitamin D. So that's vitamin D. And then don't forget the magnesium also is going to put you in low energy, not having enough, and also could be part of the problem with insomnia. So these are some things that we need to be taking a look at. And you know, you can eat leafy greens and nuts and all kinds of things. That's going to help you get that stuff in. But my strong suggestion is that you find a good supplement that works for you and you use it on the regular.